Hi there everyone, my name's Dave West. I hope we're all doing well. So welcome back to the Ultimate Video Test, and today I'm checking out the Pixel 7 Pro at 4K at 60 frames per second. Now the reason I want to do this video just on its own is that this is the first Android device that allows you to move through all of the different lenses while still recording at 4K at 60 frames per second. Now somebody correct me if I'm wrong down in the comments, because obviously I haven't tested every phone in existence. The last phone that sort of did it was the OnePlus 9 Pro, but then stopped short of the telephoto lens. So as soon as you got to the telephoto lens, it would just be digitally cropping from the main camera. But the Pixel 7 Pro allows you to do it through all of the different lenses, including the 5x zoom and then beyond with the super res zoom function. So this is the front facing camera. As you can see, you get neat, really nice, smooth and steady 4K 60 video. Tested this quite extensively now, including driving up this mountain road, which is just off to my left. And there's no frame drops or any skips or anything, so it's really good what Google has done with the Pixel 7 Pro. Truly flagship grade video in my opinion. Now with the front facing camera, you get this wider field of view, and then if I tap this option here, you get this slightly closer 1.4 times option. So this is good for obviously just focusing on someone's face, and then you can go to the 1X, and this is a slightly wider field of view. So this is the selfie wide option in just standard still camera mode. So what I'll do now is I'll flip round to the rear cameras and I'll show you how it all works at 4K 60. Alright, so around on the rear then, so we've got three cameras here. We've actually got four different focal lengths. So you've got this 12 megapixel ultra wide camera. We've then got the 50 megapixel main lens. We've then got a 2x crop off of the main lens, but this is doing it lossless or digitally. And then you've got the 48 megapixel telephoto camera, which as you can see offers you 5x optical zoom, which is also lossless. And then the super res zoom function, if we focus on this group of trees right at the top of that mountain, I can then digitally zoom up to 20 times. Now you can see it's not quite ideal, the image is breaking up a lot there, lots of over sharpening. But if I come back just a bit, that is 10 times, and that is, in my opinion, just about usable without the image starting to look too digitally enhanced. But I'll just go straight back to the ultra wide camera and resume the remainder of the test. So as you can see, the 4K 60 video is super smooth with no frame skips or stutters or anything, and handles changes in the environment pretty swiftly. So let's check out the autofocus on the main camera. Now the ultra wide camera does have an element of autofocus. That's so it can use it as a super macro lens in still photo mode. You can see the autofocus is quite shallow, but it's nice to see it on the ultra wide camera. But for the main lens, you can see that it gets a nice smooth but slightly slower lock than expected on subject. So at least the autofocus motion doesn't actually sort of snap back and forth like you might see on some cheap handsets. But you can see it's just that little bit slower to get the focus on the subject, but what it does, you get nice detail. And let's see how far I can go before it loses its strength. That's as far as I can reach, and you can still lock in on the subject really nicely. As I move away, you'll then just focus on the background. Now I can just about see the wind farm up ahead on the opposite valley here. So I'm just going to go through the zoom function. So this is the 1x standard magnification. So there is the 2x digital crop, which is still great quality in my opinion. So let's go to the 5x camera. So the wind turbines are just about visible, as you can see there on the horizon, lots of passing clouds. So let's go to the 5x camera, and you can see it just takes a little bit of time to snap into focus, but you can see you get really nice, sharp, lifelike, realistic video at 4K 60. So the movement of the turbine blades is rendered nice and smoothly if we just stop still. So just pinch in a little more. So there is 10 times. So just starting to break up now. And then up to 20 times, which you can see is not ideal, quite grainy, lots of over sharpening going on. You can see the halo around the turbine blades there. But if I just go to some other areas of scenery, for things like that where there's a lot more in the frame, it's not, I mean, it's not amazing. I'm not going to say it's not too bad, because it is, but this is just to illustrate what the video is going to look like if you want to use 4K 60 at this very extreme zoom range. So you can see that the ultra-wide camera fits in a fair bit compared to the main camera. So there's a comparison back to the ultra-wide. It's not the widest ultra-wide camera that I've used. I think the iPhone still gets the prize for that. But come on, we're splitting hairs here. This is still extremely decent in my opinion. Alright, so there's a look then at 4K 60 on all of the different lenses on the Google Pixel 7 Pro. I think it's really impressive that we finally got an Android handset, or mainstream Android handset, that allows you to move through all of the different lenses at this higher frame rate option and higher resolution at 4K, and be able to record and just move through all of them without having to stop and start all over again, as you can sometimes have to do on some other handsets. Now, as I said at the start of the video, correct me if I'm wrong, if anyone's using another phone which allows you to record at 4K 60 and still switch between all the different lenses, let me know and I may well check that phone out. But for now, really impressive outing for Google with the Pixel 7 Pro. Good, proper flagship grade video, nice and smooth, and really good quality video at that as well. So if you've got any comments or questions about anything you've seen in this video, then please leave those down in the comments and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. And don't forget, if you're new around here, then please do consider subscribing so you don't miss more videos like this coming on the channel very, very soon. But for now, this has been my look at 4K 60 on all lenses on the Google Pixel 7 Pro. My name is Dave West, and I will catch you guys later.